Hi, everybody. My name is Serena from Pinnacle. I'm very pleased to be joined here by our friend Tom from RSSA. And today he's going to go over a program that's very unique, something that you guys can all consider getting involved in. It's a great credential to have. It might open some new doors for you. And I think it's really interesting and something different. So I am going to let Tom do the presentation today. And if you have questions throughout it, just throw them in either the question or the chat section. Either is fine in the GoToWebinar. I'll keep an eye on those, and we'll answer those at the end, just so it's easier without interrupting. And with that, I will let Tom take this over.
All right, thanks, Serena, and thank you guys so much for coming on and spending some time with us today. I know that getting ready for AEP is hectic as it is, and so we kind of just wanted to thank everyone for coming on and learning about this opportunity, which is the RSSA program. And for those of you who haven't heard of RSSA before, it stands for Registered Social Security Analysts. And what we do is we train Medicare and other professional agents to help their clients with Social Security planning. And when I say Social Security planning, obviously we think of almost as Medicare agents, because I am an agent myself as well. We kind of almost think about, parts A and B of Medicare. Which we do teach you on how to help clients enroll in that, because that is part of Social Security. But we also, and more specifically, teach you how to help them with their questions as it relates to their income from Social Security. So retirement benefits, spousal, survivor, dependent benefits, and some of the rules and pitfalls that impact their specific situations. And the reason we teach agents to help their clients with Social Security as an organic door opener for Medicare sales is because all of our clients will be on Social Security at one point or another. Almost everyone is going to be getting Social Security. And it might not just be on their own record. Maybe it's on the record of a spouse or an ex-spouse or a deceased spouse. So many different people are eligible, and we don't really think about it on a day-to-day basis. But the baby boomer generation, right, 12,000 plus people that are retiring every day, our target demographic as agents is interested in learning more about how to optimize and maximize their Social Security income. So what I've realized as a Medicare agent myself, and I almost teach it on a completely different lens, because I actually have been helping people with Social Security planning for many, many years now. And what ended up happening was every time I would help a client with their Social Security questions and claiming decisions, I kept getting asked if I could then help them with their Medicare decisions as well. And so on the other side of things, I'm almost teaching you guys who are already doing Medicare and finding a unique and different approach that could bring value and also retention with your clients, because it's such a valuable service to offer the clients that you have, right? So before we get into it, into the webinar, I want to just go a little over myself and introduce myself to you guys. So I am the Director of Strategic Partnerships for the RSSA program. I also am a life and health license, mainly Medicare, not so much life insurance. I have a master's in financial management from Long Island University. Our headquarters is on Long Island, New York. And most importantly, I love family, right? Family is the why behind what I do, and why I like to help other families. My spouse and my 3 kids, it's really important that we know as agents what motivates us, right? What makes us want to do the things that we do. And I think that kind of coincides with helping other families, because if you think about it, yes, we do need to make an income as agents to support ourselves, our families, and live better lives and be prosperous. But at the same time, is with doing that, if we can help other families at the same time with getting on the right Medicare plan or helping them optimize their Social Security and getting more income in retirement, this is an important service, not just Social Security, but for your Medicare business to help families. And I think that's really important, because if you think about the demographic that we're trying to reach, we have to figure that they've been working the last 30 to 40 years. And so they deserve to live a peaceful and financially free retirement. And that we want that, right? We want to put them in the best position possible for their retirement years, right? And that kind of coincides with Social Security and Medicare, because let's get them more income in retirement, and let's not just lower their healthcare costs, but we want to get them on a plan that best fits their overall circumstances, right? What doctors they have, what drugs they're on, and all of that as well. So I always like to kind of correlate when I talk about the RSSA program and how it helps you as Medicare agents. I always kind of like to show it as an example about my own business, just because it kind of helps being in the Medicare space and kind of showing you guys not only how I have been successful, but how the RSSA Medicare agents on our program have found success using this as well. So I always like to display this quote from Zig Ziglar. He was a very well known and a great speaker in the finance world. And he says, "You will get all you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want." And it really is true, because think about when we are really on top of our game as agents and making a lot of sales and doing really well, it all stems from not really being too salesy, right? It's more about building relationships, helping clients, putting them on the best plan, and by being a genuine agent and being knowledgeable and helping them, that leads to referrals, it leads to reviews, it leads to a lot more broader opportunities. And so, like I said, this might not be for everybody to add Social Security planning into your practice, but let's face it, all of us get Social Security questions. Not a lot of clients know a lot about Social Security. And the one most important thing to know is that there's not a lot of reliable resources for our clients to get help with this decision. So if we can bring this to them and understand Social Security, answer their questions, help them with their decisions, we're able to build that trust, rapport, and of course, long-lasting, meaningful relationships. And it's not just relationships with current clients, but new clients as well. And also, what about referral businesses? What if you work with a CPA or a CFP, elder care attorney? Imagine now going to them or even new ones and saying, "Hey, I can help your clients understand and optimize when they take their Social Security benefits," right? All of these referral relationships, they always hear that, yeah, I can help with Medicare, I can do this, but a lot of people, again, that kind of stems from sales. We want to be selling, right, all the time, but at the same time is if we can come at clients with a completely unique and educational approach, which Social Security really is, we're going to be able to open up so many different opportunities, and it's going to lead to an increase in your Medicare sales. So why does Social Security matter? So Social Security is relevant to everybody on this webinar and every American. And the biggest reason for that is that nearly everyone is paying into Social Security, right? 6.2% out of every single paycheck, pretty much. And nearly all Americans will be claiming Social Security. And again, it might not just be on their own record, but a lot of clients that don't understand Social Security, which many don't, they don't know what benefits they're eligible for, when to claim those benefits, the impact of a decision they have today that could impact somebody 5, 10, or 20 years from now. And, if you think about it, over 67 million Americans receive Social Security benefits, right? So it shows the vast reach and importance of the program for financial advisors, but it's not just for financial advisors, it's also for Medicare and other insurance professionals as well. If you ask me how many people are in our program that do finance versus just insurance and specifically Medicare, most of them are Medicare agents. Again, it's such a great fit to help people with Social Security and Medicare, because our clients kind of they almost think Social Security and Medicare are the same, even though they're two different programs. But again, if we could help them with both of these important decisions, we're going to be that one-stop shop agent that they can rely on. So who is impacted? Well, obviously, we want to reach the 12,000 plus baby boomers who are retiring every day, but there's a lot of other benefits as well. There's young widows if a spouse passes early. There's also benefits for minor children, disabled children, and according to the Social Security website, 1 in 4 people will become disabled before reaching retirement age, right? And if they are disabled after 24 months, then they are eligible for Medicare. And whether you're married, divorced, widowed, if you have children, disabilities, everyone has a different and unique situation. I think that's really important that we think about for Social Security, is that the planning should not be done in a vacuum, right? Everyone has a different unique circumstance. And a lot of advisors in the past have used Social Security as either a bait and switch, talking about it for a few minutes and then just trying to sell. But what the RSSA program is all about, and the certification, is that knowing that clients can get genuine information, right? Not just saying, hey, collect at 62 or full retirement age or 70 without any thought about it, but genuinely helping them with what's probably their most important retirement decision that they'll make, right? And so that's why I think it's important that we help clients with this. But the worst part is that, if you're saying, well, I don't really know how this is going to help my business. Well, that's why we're talking to you today, because we have a proven model that every Medicare agent in our program has exponentially increased their sales and their retention by including this in their the program in what they do for their business. So I'm sure all of us get Social Security questions, right? And that's a lot of different questions that you might be getting, but wouldn't it be valuable to answer some of these questions? And some of these questions already might be the ones that you've gotten, and I'm sure there's many others as well. But things like, when do I take my benefits? What benefits am I eligible for? Again, we already talked about whether they're eligible for retirement, spousal, survivor, dependent benefits. Can I claim a benefit from my ex-spouse? Can I, what happens when my spouse passes? What is that going to do to my benefit? What questions am I not asking? A lot of clients don't know what questions to ask, right? And then, am I leaving money on the table? A lot of people want to optimize their Social Security. If you think about it, Social Security for many individuals is their largest retirement asset. So we're going to talk about that more in just a little bit. And there was a study from Mass Mutual from 2018, and this is actually there's a newer study coming out that the percentage is even higher than this, but 60% of people do not know what factors impact their benefits. So what benefits are they eligible for? What are the rules around those benefits? And ultimately, again, am I leaving money on the table, or, can I get more out of my Social Security? But if we think about it, our clients have been paying in for so many years that they deserve to understand the decision they're making before they make it, right? If the client still wants to collect at 62 or whatever it is, that's fine, but we want to make sure they understand the decision that they're making before they regret it, right? Because most of the time, Social Security is a one-time decision. So for many clients, it's an emotional impact, right? The most specifically why it's emotional is that I think people kind of correlate Social Security, that they are eligible for it once they start reaching close to or even at retirement age, right? And when you reach retirement age, a lot of things kind of change, because people wonder, do I continue to work? Do I work part-time? Do I work full-time? Do I retire? All of these questions kind of come up, and then they say, well, how much do I need to live comfortably in retirement? And as they reach retirement age and Social Security age, it's usually the first retirement decision that they make, right? And it's an overwhelming decision. Again, in most cases, a one-time decision. And a lot of people just don't know how much of their income will be from Social Security, how much their monthly check will be, and aren't even sure what age they're eligible for their full benefit. And if they do take benefits early, what is the impact? Not just today, but the long-term impact. And does it make sense to potentially delay up to age 70, right? So all of these things are emotional decisions. And a lot of people, we all know that when you make emotional decisions, a lot of time it could be the wrong decision, right? And again, we just want to be there as agents to bring value to our clients, to bring expertise, be able to field questions, ask our clients questions back that they don't know to ask, and give them the best and right claiming strategy based on their circumstances. And again, by doing something like that, we're able to build that rapport, that trust, and that relationship. And that's going to lead to a lot of other opportunities, right? You never know who somebody knows, but it could lead to referrals. It could lead to you meeting somebody that gets you in front of a ton of more people, right? So all of these things kind of correlate together, and that's how we want to move forward, presenting it to our clients. So did you know? So a few little facts here. 1 in 3 Americans rely on Social Security for at least 50% or more of their income. Now, Social Security was never supposed to be the main source of retirement income, but unfortunately, it is for many Americans, right? Not everyone has a 401k or a Roth IRA or all those other retirement accounts. But again, what everyone has in common is that they'll be on Social Security. Now, only 4% of all Americans optimize their benefits, meaning that they claim at a time that is best and most optimal for them, which is very concerning, right? This has caused the average American household to leave over $115,000 on the table. Now, again, $115,000 is not a small sum. That's way more than the average household income in America. So, this is a concerning fact. And this is something that we can easily help our clients with. Again, it's not necessarily about getting them more income, but it's all about optimizing their benefits, meaning what is the best plan for me based on my circumstances, right? My goals are this, this, and this. How do I get there, right? Everyone has a different, goal in retirement. And one situation could be, well, I'm interested in making sure that my spouse has the highest possible benefit when I pass, or my spouse and I would really want to travel during our earlier years. How can we get the income that we need? And what are the long-term impacts of that, right? So these are the questions that clients have that you're going to be able to solve through the RSSA certification if you decide to do it. Now, one of the most important things to understand is that there are overpayments from the Social Security Administration. So if you haven't seen this segment already on 60 Minutes, you can either go on Google or YouTube and just type in 60 Minutes Social Security overpayments. And it talks about how over 1 million Americans receive an overpayment each year. So 1 million people every year will get a notice from the Social Security Administration that says, you owe us back X amount of dollars, right? And the saddest part is we're not talking about, $200 or $400 or something like that. We're talking about overpayments of $50,000 to $250,000. Now, imagine you get a call from one of your clients that says, hey, I'm 80 years old. I've been with you. You've been my Medicare agent for the last, 15 years. And by the way, today I got an overpayment notice from Social Security. No matter what, you would be crushed for that person, right? Because no one wants to receive or have their clients receive an overpayment that could drastically change their entire retirement, right? That's a life-altering change that they owe back all that money. And the worst part is, and if you watch the segment, it talks about how Social Security and their reps are the ones that have been giving wrong or misleading information that caused the overpayments. And they say that yes, it is our mistake, but it's still your client's responsibility. So Social Security, there's no suing them, there's no going after them, there's no fighting it. Your clients are stuck with that overpayment. Now, the good news is this can easily be avoided by becoming an RSSA and learning about Social Security and helping clients before these things happen, right? A lot of time it's because clients are uneducated and they don't know where to go for the education and the advice, because if we can't do it as agents, if you're not a current RSSA and you tell them, hey, go to Social Security and get answers from them, and then they receive the wrong information, we're doing a disservice for our clients. So, when we're talking about this type of certification, it's not something that might help clients or might help your business. It's a sure thing. We know the facts. We've done the research that every RSSA in our program has been able to increase their retention for current clients and increase their new Medicare sales using this approach. And again, it's all because clients are interested in learning how to understand and optimize their Social Security income, right? A completely different and unique approach that you might be used to. But the good part is, as an RSSA, we teach you everything you can do and should do to successfully integrate this into your practice. So that kind of is a good lead in to talking a little bit more about the program specifically. So RSSA is a turnkey Social Security program, and it gives you the education and training to assist your prospects and clients with their Social Security decisions. Now, obviously, we want to help our current clients because they know people, right? So it'll lead to referrals and reviews. And then we also want to get in front of new people, right? New prospects to hopefully get in front of them to help them with Medicare and other things after, right? But this is an excellent lead in and an organic way to go in because they're not just being sold something. You could do an educational Social Security seminar or a webinar or just answering questions on a call, which will lead to, a lot of other opportunities. And we give you everything you need to be successful. We give you the education. Once you're certified, you'll receive our training, which is all different kind of trainings that we give you, but we basically teach you step by step everything you can do and should do to successfully integrate this into your practice. One of the things that we do is a weekly training. You don't have to join it live, but you can watch the recordings if you want. And every single week, we talk about the different ways that you can market, where to market, how to market this, how to get in front of leads, how to do all different things that can help you increase your presence with more people, right? We always want to get in front of more people as possible, and how you can turn those prospects into clients, right? We also have our own proprietary software technology, which is the RSSA roadmap. We have all the marketing material that you need to market yourself as a Social Security professional. And then we have very comprehensive support. So if you ever have any client questions or cases you need help with, if you want to set up a one-on-one call with somebody from our team to go over a marketing strategy, if you need help putting on your first Social Security event, our team is here to help you with all of those things to make sure that you're successful. And I think that's why so many agents have found success because, if they can't do it themselves or they don't feel confident, they rely on our team to be able to give that confidence so that they can get out there and start using this in a way that's going to drive your business. So how does this program increase your sales? Well, I think the biggest part that I've realized is I want to differentiate myself, right? I want to take a unique approach and get in front of as many people, baby boomers, as possible, right? Now, if you think about Social Security, it's always on the news. There's a lot of clickbait and there's a lot of misinformation out there. So if we can be that reliable resource for our clients, we're going to be able to get a lot more leads and a lot more sales using this approach. Now, if we think about, let's just say a T65 sale, every agent and every agent in their area is trying to sell them the same product, right? A 65-year-old is getting mailers, flyers, they're seeing TV ads, and every agent selling the same product. How do they differentiate which agent they should use, right? So by helping them with Social Security, not only are you getting in the door in a different way, but you can also help people earlier, right? Help people at 63 and 64 and build a huge future pipeline of opportunities and get ahead of other agents. That way, when they get those mailers and flyers, you can tell them, hey, just throw that out. I am already your trusted agent that can help you with these decisions, right? And that's happened so many times throughout me helping people with Social Security is that I like to help them early at 62 through 64. And then once they get to Medicare age, they're ignoring all those other things and they're dealing with me because I've already built that pre-relationship with them. Now, there's two ways that you can use the program. You can either use it as an added value to bring more value and opportunities to your business and to those prospects and clients. But if you choose, you can also charge a fee for your services. Now, I know a lot of Medicare agents already are helping their clients set up a My Social Security account, helping them apply for parts A and B. Maybe you're answering some questions or dealing with Social Security, and maybe you're doing none of that, right? It all depends on how much you help your clients. But if you are doing all those things and you can't charge a fee because through Medicare, you can't really charge fees, By helping them with Social Security and getting your RSSA certification, you can charge them a consulting fee to help them apply for benefits, create a My Social Security account, and then specifically what our software provides them is a personalized, tangible report that will walk them through their Social Security claiming options, their calculations, and any of the rules that impact them. So you can provide them with this report. You could set up a one-on-one consultation. It could be 30 minutes, it could be 45 minutes, whatever you want to do. And people are charging a fee for their services, right? And that's anywhere from $400 to $600 per client. So you can make additional income with this and increase your sales, or you can do a value add just to get in front of more people, which will lead to opportunities. So whatever you want to do, we help you get there, right? The most important thing about our team here is that whether you have a budget of $0 for marketing or $10,000 for marketing, we help you no matter what you want to do and how much money you have, because there are ways you can market with no money and there's ways you can market with money. And we help you no matter what you're looking to do. So we have 3 easy steps for you to be successful. The first would be you have to be educated, right? So we have a 5-module e-learning course, very similar setup to the AHIP, where you're taking the modules and answering questions. Within that education, we train you on our proprietary software by giving you different case examples to use. And then once you're through those modules, you'll sit for the RSSA certification exam. It's an independently proctored online exam, so you can take it at home or at your office. You don't have to go anywhere to do that. And then the most important part is the integration. From day one, once you're certified, we give you expert training. We set you up with our staff, and we give you all of the details and marketing and information to start integrating this into your practice. Now, the program is also approved for continuing education credits. We're currently approved by Broadridge, FI360, NASBA, the CFP board, and the IRS. We're also approved for insurance CE in 46 states, including Washington, D.C. And depending on the state that you're in, it is around 9 credits of CE. So that's an extra added on bonus to the program as well if you need those CE credits. Now, after all of that, and once you're kind of getting going with this, we also provide you with all of the turnkey marketing. One of the main reasons that Medicare agents love doing our program and getting certified is that they're kind of sick of the CMS rules and guidelines. With Social Security, it's not regulated by CMS or any other hierarchy. So, obviously the RSSA program, which is Registered Social Security Analyst certification, is done through the National Association of Registered Social Security Analysts. So we do have professional code of conduct and ethics, obviously. So, you can't handle things, the way they shouldn't, but it gives you a little more leeway, right? If you put on a Social Security event, you can give out a meal. You don't have to worry about the $15. You can gather the client's information at the event. So it kind of just gives you a little flexibility, which is obviously nice, especially with so many rules and changes that CMS comes out with each year, especially this year, right? So besides giving you all the training and the software, we also want you to be able to market yourself. And so we have all of the Social Security marketing content, including marketing templates for emails and letters. We have templates if you want to reach out to other referral relationships. So if you want to reach out to a CFP or a CPA or an elder care attorney, we have the templates to do that. We also have marketing templates for you to reach out to unions and HR groups. We have RSSAs that are getting in front of 100 to 200 people at a time, going into a union or a large employer group as an HR benefit and presenting Social Security to their employees. We also have consumer-facing brochures and slicks. We also have postcards for postal mail marketing. Specifically, we use a lead vendor, Lead Concepts, which I'm sure many of you have heard. They have been very, very successful in getting a ton of people into the seats because a lot of people want to know more about Social Security. So again, the more people we get in front of, the more opportunities there are for not just Social Security, but for Medicare sales as well. We also provide you with social media and website content for customization. And then every RSSA is given their own unique landing page, as you can see here on the screen. And this is going to allow you to put your picture, reviews, you can put a professional bio and any upcoming events. You can put an external website if you already have a Medicare or any other kind of website that you use. You can put a Calendly link or any other scheduling a call link. And then the most important part is going to be the contact me form. Now, once you're an RSSA and you're certified, you're actually put into our directory where we have consumers that come to our website and they're looking to work with an RSSA in their area. So not only will this program help you with your own prospects and clients and business, but you're also going to get organic leads through your webpage, and that's at no additional cost. You just get those leads without having to pay for them, which is always nice. Now, for Social Security educational events, we help you by giving you ideas whether you want to do online webinars or in-person seminars. We also have the slide presentations that you can use. They come with speaker notes, and we can actually teach you how to put an event on. We'll also help you with using a lead vendor to get leads into the seats. Again, a great way to put on an event that's not subject to CMS guidelines. And for being part of this webinar today, we're going to give you a very exclusive offer. One of the main things that I've done that have been really successful and that I've helped a ton of RSSAs do up to this point is help facilitate getting myself and them into a local school district or library for adult education. Now, a lot of schools and libraries have adult education opportunities where you have people in a room and, there's different adult ed, right? There's come and do yoga with us, or, come and do Pilates, stitching, whatever it is. And then there's also financial services. And what's great about this is that the schools or the libraries actually promote it for you because they want to help the teachers, the staff, the community members. I actually found out about my schools because my parents got a brochure in the mail and no one at the school was doing Social Security education. I got into the next event and like that, all of a sudden I was taking off. What's good about the school districts and adult education programs is that you don't pay for leads. Pretty much the school does the promoting. They'll invite the teachers, the staff, they'll send out emails, they'll send out the brochure. And every school, I'm in 2 high schools and 1 local college, I'm getting in front of 30 to 40 new leads every single month, and it's costing me $0. So as being part of this webinar today, not only are you going to get a discount going through Pinnacle, we're also going to facilitate getting you into your local school or library for your local adult education program as well. So let's talk a little bit about lead concepts, specifically why we use them. And you can use anybody that you want. We just have a great partnership with them because they have been the most successful. And here's 2 recent success stories that I wanted to share with you today. So the first is from Palo. Thanks to RSSA, my first Social Security event was well attended and very well received. Half of the attendees requested an appointment, and I was able to get immediate Medicare sales and future opportunities as well. And that came from Palo. From Melanie, Tom, I had a Social Security workshop today at the school district for the adult education. The school sent the emails and brochures out, and with no money spent, I got 15 attendees. I am charging a fee for my services, so I sold 4 on a Social Security plan and made 2 T65 sales. Not bad, earning around $3,000, paid for the program in my first event and more. Thank you for your help. So again, what we found was Lead Concepts has generally gotten between 25 to 35 leads in all the events that they've done for our RSSAs. So we recommend using them if you're looking to get leads. They're very affordable, they're well priced on industry standards, and again, they show results, which is the most important. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the technology. So we have our own proprietary software, which is called the RSSA Roadmap. And it's a very simple and user-friendly way for you to integrate Social Security planning into your business. Basically, what we wanted to do when we created this software was allow you to put the client's information into it, whether they're single, married, divorced, or widowed. And once all that information is in, which takes no more than 5 to 10 minutes, it's going to automatically create their calculations, their benefit options, and that personalized tangible report is all automatically created in just a few seconds. So it's really important for time management as well as being able to bring value to those clients by actually giving them a tangible report that they'll always have, and that'll allow them to remember you a bit more, refer business out, and bring you opportunities. Now, one of the most important things that we focus on is our back office support. Again, if you ever have any client cases or questions, we're here to help you with a marketing strategy. We're here to help train you in any way possible. But again, it's most important to us that anyone who enrolls and does our program is successful. All right, so what I want to do next is bring up the RSSA roadmap, just to give you guys a little bit of a quick software demo. Okay, so on the screen here, what you're seeing is the RSSA roadmap. Now, this is the dashboard. The first thing I wanted to show you before we get into an actual client case example is showing you what the dashboard looks like for your current clients. Now, obviously, it's kind of similar setup to a CRM, and we want to be able to track certain information, right? Specifically, if we're doing Medicare, let's say we wanted to understand if the client is already on Medicare, right? So what we can do here is currently you're seeing client name, their email, their phone, city and state, and some other information. But this drop-down menu actually allows you to add other fields. So let's just say you wanted to add if they're already on Medicare, and we click on Medicare, it's actually going to show us in a check mark whether that client is already on Medicare or not. Now with that, we can also add ages. So if we want to see when that client is turning 65, we can see all of the ages and be able to reach out to them when appropriate to help them with their Medicare plan. Now, if I go back to the dashboard, I'm going to go ahead and click on a sample client case here. All of this information has already been filled out because it's a sample case. So as you saw, it just created everything we need in just a few minutes, or just a few seconds actually. But if we're putting the information in for the first time, we're asking things like their name, their birth date, what's their marital status, if they have a life expectancy. We'll ask them some questions that change their Social Security strategy potentially. Are they already collecting benefits? Are they on Medicare? Do they have a pension that may impact them? Do they have eligible dependents, which could be minor children, disabled children, and others? And then once all that information is filled out, again, it covers all marital status, whether they're single, married, divorced, or widowed, if they have dependents, if they have pensions, all of that is included. And then the only other thing needed is the client's earnings record. Now, most clients already have an account on the ssa.gov website. If they don't have one, you can help them create one, or they can create one on their own. We actually have the links built right into the software to be able to either sign in or create their account. And then once they get into their account, they can download their earnings record as a XML file. We have the ability to click on Upload XML. We'll find that file and click on Open, and then it's going to automatically shoot their earnings directly into the software. Now, aside from telling clients what their current benefits are based on their past earnings, we also have the ability to put in future earnings. So if you have clients that say, hey, I plan to work another 2, 5, 10 years or whatever it is, you can also put in future earnings and let the client know how their future income may increase or change their future benefit as well. So once all that information is in, it's going to create everything we need for that client. I'm going to start by pointing out some key features, different charts, and then we're going to get into the personalized report. So the first unique chart that we have here is the client's heat map. This will show every single option from 62 through 70, and you can see that in either a monthly, annual, or lifetime view. And then you can also click on any option within here to see the details. Are they eligible for retirement, spousal, survivor, dependent benefits? All of that is covered for each of the spouses. And then if you want to see the monthly view, you could just click on any option within here, which will break down the monthly benefits as well. We also have the PIA calculator. For those of you who don't know, the PIA is how benefits are calculated. Now, a big problem with the Social Security website is that, one, they don't show clients how they got to their benefit, but two, a lot of people don't realize that it's just an estimate on their Social Security statement. I've seen that statement be off as much as $500 a month or more, and a lot of clients are shocked when they realize that they're not actually getting the benefit that they were shown. And it's because Social Security shows a couple of assumptions and estimates that may or may not actually happen. Whereas for the RSSA roadmap, you're putting their exact earnings record into it and calculating it without any assumptions or estimates, giving them a more precise benefit amount. We also have the break-even report. If clients are interested in understanding what their break-even is, we can compare 4 options at once, or we can uncheck certain options and we can change the ages so that you can show them what their break-even might be. We also have the ability to use a tax calculator, which if clients are interested in understanding how much taxes they'll pay in retirement on their Social Security benefits, we'd show them based on their state and federally if they'll pay taxes on their benefits during retirement. We also have our Medicare calculator, which will actually calculate the IRMAA. A lot of people may pay a additional Part B premium, which is the IRMAA, for those of you who don't know. And the IRMAA is calculated by clicking on this. We can calculate whether their tax filing is joint, separate, or individual. And then we can change the income range, which will tell us how much IRMAA they might pay on their Part B premium. So pretty cool Medicare calculator there. Now, those are all additional charts. What we really want to focus on, and the most important thing that we are providing to clients, is the personalized report. So once you download the report, it can be downloaded in a PDF or a Word file if you want to make any edits or changes. And all you have to do is choose 3 different options that will be automatically compared with the max option. And then you can download the file, which will create that personalized report. So for the report, we want to make things very simple and user-friendly for our clients. So we have some information on key terms that they should know based on their circumstances, which we would go over with the client during the consultation. We would explain to them the types of benefits they're eligible for and maybe some of the rules that they should know based on those benefits. We show them their monthly and annual heat map so they can see all of their options and all of their numbers at once. Those 3 different options that we chose to compare with the maximize option are put in a claiming option summary that will show them their lifetime, annual, and monthly benefits. And then we'll also show them when to file based on those options as well. We also talk about survivor benefits, but not just survivor benefits when someone passes, but a lot of times the decision that a spouse makes today and how that may impact the survivor benefit maybe 2, 5, 10, or even 20 years from now that a lot of people don't understand. We also provide them with a lifetime benefit chart based on a projected life expectancy, but we also give them longevity comparisons. The number one concern for most retirees is outliving their funds. So if we can help them understand and optimize when they take Social Security, we can offset some of those longevity concerns. Now, we also give them information on what they should know before deciding on a strategy, as well as how to apply for benefits. A lot of times, you'll be able to help clients apply for benefits. We teach you how to help them apply for Parts A and B of Medicare, as well as retirement, spousal, dependent benefits. That's all included in our training. And then we wrap it up with those 4 different options in more detail here at the bottom. So pretty straightforward, not too much into it. We want to just point out the most important things that they should know, help them with answering their questions, and giving them, most importantly, the peace of mind of knowing they're making the right decisions. So as far as the program, what do you get? So this program includes the RSSA education module course. We give you the final exam. You actually get a second exam, try at no additional cost. You'll get the RSSA certification. You'll actually get a one online, and you'll also get a mailed hard copy. You're going to get the RSSA roadmap software that we just showed you, all of the back office support from our team, turnkey marketing, and the first year membership. So that's all included with what you get. So how do you get started? So you can go to rssa.com/pinnacle. Again, we have an exclusive offer, which is good through September 30th. The exclusive offer is going to include RSSA facilitating getting you into your local adult education program, as we talked about earlier. You're also going to save $1,429 on the program package. Our retail package price is now $3,379. You can use promo code PIN24 to pay just $19.50 to get the discount to the program as well. So at this time, if you do have any questions, we can answer those. But again, if you're looking to get started, go ahead and go to rsa.com/pinnacle. Make sure you use the promo code PIN24.
Thank you, Tom.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm sorry. You're still going. I'm sorry. Keep
No,
going.
I was just going to say, Serena, go ahead and let me know what questions you have.
Questions. Yeah, I pulled them up. So this first one is more of like a program question. If someone who doesn't have enough Part A benefit credits, how would it work when they're borrowing from a spouse? Is this automatic, or does one need to meet with Social Security office to allow that seamless online enrollment?
For the Medicare?
Yeah, that's more like logistics of how it works, but.
Yeah, so essentially, if you have for Part A, if you have the 40 quarters, you'll qualify on your own. If you don't have the 40 quarters, as long as a spouse does, they'll qualify. Yep. As a spouse collecting Medicare on behalf of the other spouse, you obviously need to be 65. The spouse needs to be at least 62. So once the spouse turns 62, you can claim Medicare based on their record once you're 65.
And it's seamless, or do they have to go down to Social Security? Like, how do they? I guess they're going to have to go to Social Security regardless, right?
You should still be able to apply online for that.
Oh, cool. Okay. So that answers that. How much do you charge? We've got to that. That slide's up here right now for you guys. You can see that. What is involved in getting certified? We went over that pretty well. Okay, you're welcome. How does CMS view RSSA charging a fee? So I know, like, I get this question a lot because a lot of brokers ask me if they can charge consultation fees, and it's always a no. So I guess how is it different? Like, how does CMS view this?
Yeah, so essentially, as long as you're not doing any kind of Medicare plan selling on it, the only thing you can charge a fee for is the Social Security personalized report, a consultation, and helping apply for benefits and creating a My Social Security account. But that same session can include helping them, get on a Medicare supplemental or advantage plan. So that's all CMS cares about, is if you're, charging a fee for going through their plans, that's not allowed. So what you would do is you would charge them for just the Social Security planning, and then you would set a completely separate appointment to go over their Medicare plans, and that's compliant.
Okay. Can you tie this into an existing CRM with a large book of business anyway?
So we actually have capabilities to API with other CRMs. We're not currently doing that right now. We are planning an initiative of doing that in 2025. But essentially, this isn't really meant to be a CRM in and of itself. It's more for just gathering the information, but you still should have a secondary CRM for, your Medicare and other business structure.
Okay. And do you have any monthly installments to pay for it, or is it just I remember I had this question before with you, and I thought it was just upfront, right?
The 1950 is upfront. That covers everything for the first year, and then the remaining fee is every 12 months after that you'll pay $479. So it's just the upfront fee because it covers everything, and then the $479 will give you continued access to the certification, continuing RSSA. You'll get the software, marketing, presentations. You'll get the back office support, the weekly training, and that's all included in the annual membership.
Okay, that answered a bunch of questions in one shot. Yeah. All right. So it's Part A and B assistance, part of Social Security or Medicare is part of the consulting fee. So I would say that's probably Medicare because you're getting into Part A and B assistance,
No,
right?
honestly, the only part about the Medicare for consulting fee is helping them apply for A and B. But you can't talk to
Yeah,
them about, the planning in any way. You can't say, hey, by the way, by doing A and B, you'll be able to be helped with this and this. It's literally just, hey, I can help you apply for A and B of Medicare while we're doing this.
got it. So, and then I think maybe this next question sort of ties in. Are you also enrolling them in Medicare? You're just giving them an estimate of what the SSA income is, and I guess that'll depend on whether you're charging a fee for this. Otherwise, you're
Yeah.
gonna have to
So
make
so
two separate
what I like to
appointments.
do specifically, because I charge a fee, is I help them by providing them with, and I'm not marketing helping them with A and B. That's just an added value, right? Again, this
Right.
whole thing is about they want to know how much income they're getting. They want to know what rules impact them. So you're not marketing, hey, I can help you with A and B. That's just the added value that you can bring to them. But you want to help them, you want to market by saying, hey, I'm a Social Security professional that can help you understand and optimize what benefits you're eligible for, increase your Social Security income, and I provide that in a package with the report, the 30-minute consultation, and I could also help you apply for benefits. And you're not even going to mention what you're helping them apply for. You're just going to say, I can help you apply. If you want to help them apply for just the income side or the Medicare A and B, that's fine. And then once you have that consultation one-on-one with them, then they might say, okay, so I'm ready to apply, or hey, I'm 65, what do I do with Medicare? You could say, okay, well, let's start. I can help you apply with A and B. And then if you want to go over your Medicare plans, we could set another appointment to do that, right? So as long as you're just setting a separate appointment to go through the actual supplemental or advantage plans, there's no compliant issues.
Got it.
We have been through some of the largest compliance that you can do. So there hasn't been any issues. No one said anything that you can't charge a fee. But again, just a couple things is, one, you can't say, hey, if you buy a Medicare plan, you'll get this for free. You can't do that, and you can't talk about Medicare plans specifically on the same appointment.
If I have the ability to also enroll them in A and B, yes, you do, just as a separate appointment, obviously. If you're working with I don't really see how this could help. If you're working with a provider office, how would this benefit you? It's not. I mean, this is client geared, right? I mean, that's okay. We're going to
A
go to the
provider
next.
office as in what? Give me an example.
I guess it sounds like she's like networking with provider offices and getting patients. So that's sort of a moot point there, because this is really like geared towards individual clients, not doctor offices, unless they're going to let you come in and do a session with people.
Yeah.
You're working with doctors. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
this is like individual one-on-one consulting. So,
Well, so the marketing strategy wise is, we have RSSAs that will actually help you with best practices. So we have a Facebook group. If any of you want to join our group, it's for
nice.
anyone who either is an RSSA or is interested in learning more about other people's success. So you could just go on Facebook and go to groups and type in Social Security professionals, and you'll be able to see what everyone does as far as marketing. But we have RSSAs that go into and partner with doctors' offices, and are going into and setting up a table at like CVS and things like that, as long as they have
Sure.
permission. But again, it's coming in and saying, hey, I can help you specifically optimize your Social Security, right? It has nothing to do with Medicare. A lot of Medicare agents, they hear Social Security and think parts A and B of Medicare. Again, that is not what this is about. If you want to help your clients apply for A and B, there's a YouTube video on it. Go and, you can learn that yourself. This is for helping them understand their income benefit options.
Obviously, you have our information, so reach out to your marketer if you need help signing up. But thank you again, everybody, for joining. Appreciate you signing on. I know it's a busy time of year, so really appreciate that. How long is the course? I think you said that somewhere, right?
Well, I don't think we talked about how long the program is. generally what we say is 15 to 20 hours. Now,
Okay.
now I kind of, because obviously I take the AHIP every year. It's a similar setup to the AHIP where you're going through the same amount of modules, pretty much the same amount of information, and you're answering questions throughout. And then there's a exam, a exam quiz after each of the modules, and those same questions are on the final exam. So when if I had to compare it to something, I usually use AHIP as a comparison, just because I feel like it's the same kind of setup.
That's a good comparison because we all know that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Good. All right. So Tom is going to send his email out. If you have other questions or they didn't get answered, definitely reach out. And thank you, everybody. And I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Thanks, Serena. Have a good day, everybody.
Don't forget to subscribe to catch the latest news in insurance and agent training. See you in the next video.